How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have some stock market insanity to talk about. It is coming for us this week. We have some big catalysts here that we have to be on the lookout for. So we have the NASDAQ composite, which continuously fell off this week. Starting on Monday, we saw it fall. We saw it fall again on Tuesday. We saw it slightly tick up, and then it fell. And then we finally saw a little uptick towards the end of the week. So we have that just starting to turn around a little bit because we were falling down. Growth stocks obviously have fallen down a lot, but we have some big catalysts coming this week in terms of earnings and some other data that could really push this market up or down, either way. So I want to cover that for you guys. If you guys don't mind just hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. There's also the subscribe button right down there too. Hit that and then turn on bell notifications because a lot of this is time relevant. Also a link down there to Webull and to BlockFi too. So Webull will give you a bonus and you can try out the platform. BlockFi will give you a bonus too, and you can get an interest rate on your cryptocurrency, with a lot of cryptocurrencies nearing all-time highs or hitting all-time highs in the bear market not being anywhere in sight right now because it seems like we're just going to continue running throughout this year. Might be a good time to consider opening an account there and putting some money at least in stablecoin because it does pay you 10% APY right now. So be on the lookout down there for that if you're interested. So NASDAQ is turning around right now, and we saw some green actually on Friday. We hadn't seen green, it seems like, all week. We haven't seen green in the growth stocks, and since maybe February, we haven't seen a lot of growth in those growth stocks. A lot of stocks just continuously falling, like Palantir in the teens. It's crazy to think about some of the numbers we're hitting on these stocks. Like many stocks are 40 to 70% down. Retail favorites. So we have some big data coming out this week. So first of all, we have a lot of earnings. First of all, we need to just hit on that. So we have Workhorse before the open on Monday. Pretty interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if they're actually able to increase their deliveries. This has been a fan favorite for a lot of people. A lot of them got out after they didn't get the USPS contract, but it should be interesting to see. We have the Trade Desk. We have Tyson, Marriott, Duke Energy, Energizer, a lot of big companies. Then after close, we have Virgin Galactic. So you don't get any time on Monday to relax first. There's going to be a lot of news before the market even opens. And we have Virgin Galactic. We have Roblox, which went IPO this year. We have Simon Property Group. We have Magnite, an advertising company. Probably pretty good numbers for Magnite, if I had to guess, because a lot of these other advertising companies are doing well. Tuesday, we have Palantir. I'm really interested in this one. I want to see if they're able to continue to stay up on that massive growth. Jumia, a fan favorite, an e-commerce play. Nanix, another play that a lot of people have been talking about in social media. Fubo TV is after the close. Lemonade after the close, Opendoor, QuantumScape, EA. These are all huge companies that, or maybe not all of them are huge companies, but they're either retail favorites or they're huge companies. And I would say these 3 weeks have been insane for earnings. So far, a lot of companies have reported really well. The thing is, even when they report well, sometimes investors are taking it negatively. And that could be due to something that we'll talk about here in a second, the next major catalyst after a lot of these earnings. But we have Wix, we have Veru, Wendy's, all before the close on Wednesday. Sonos, Tattooed Chef, I'm going to be watching very closely on Wednesday. After the close, Wish, Jack in the Box, Shifty Shift, Vroom, Poshmark. Then Thursday, we have Alibaba. A lot of people think that it is a great value in terms of large companies out there. It's earning a lot of money. It's trading at a discount because of all the delisting fears. We have XPeng, which has just been hit with a lot of the other EV stocks. We have Yeti. We have a couple other companies here, not anything that I'm really interested in besides those on Thursday. Then after the close, we have Disney, huge company. I'm a big investor in Disney. I really like them. Airbnb, BNGO, another fan favorite. Blink Charging. Then Friday, a little bit slower. Not really anything that I am too interested in on Friday. But these days have a lot of important names in them. So it's going to be really interesting. That can push the stock market significantly up or down. Now, that being said, we also have the massive catalyst, which is actually down for maintenance. Just kidding about that, but we have CPI data coming out on May 12th there. May 12th, we have CPI data. Wednesday morning, I believe. It's going to be really interesting to see what comes out of there, because the market has been down because of people worrying about inflation. What's going to happen with inflation? What could happen with inflation? What's going to happen with inflation? Everyone thinks it's going to run rampant. But we have other people that are saying, hey, it's not going to be that big a deal. It's not going to be sustained. We have people worried about the Fed. That's what people are really worried about, that they're going to increase rates. That's the major catalyst that people are waiting for. Now, we had some bad news on Friday, which was actually that the jobs report came out pretty negatively. Like, we only added 260,000 new jobs when the economists were expecting like 1 million. So that kind of leads people to think, okay, maybe the economy is not as hot as people actually think it is. Maybe we're not going to have this rampant expansion where we have to increase rates just to calm everything down. So the futures markets were actually saying, okay, now we don't expect rates to rise. Instead of in 2022, we don't expect them to rise until mid-2023, giving us another 6 months of high growth. So depending on where inflation hits on Wednesday, we might actually see people calm down a little bit. Maybe inflation is high, but maybe it's not as high as some people expect. I think everyone expects there to be high inflation, but it's not going to sustain in many people's eyes. We have Bitcoin trading down a little bit right now. Now, I'm recording this Saturday around noon Eastern time, so I don't know what's going to happen Saturday night or Sunday, but over the last 5 days, we've seen Bitcoin pumping. We saw it all the way down to 53,000. Now it's all the way up. It went up to almost 60,000. Now it's down a little bit to 57.7. But we have Litecoin hitting all-time highs, Ethereum hitting all-time highs on Saturday, Dogecoin hitting all-time highs on Saturday. We have a lot of money flowing into those cryptocurrencies. So it's going to be interesting to watch, especially Bitcoin as a store of value, where if inflation is high, I think a lot of people will be looking at Bitcoin. A lot of large companies will be looking at Bitcoin because a lot of companies have tens of billions or hundreds of billions of dollars. Maybe not a lot of companies, but there are companies with that much money. So what's to stop someone from Apple from investing in Bitcoin? A couple weeks from now, we have Walmart that's going to give their earnings, and it's going to be interesting. There's a theory that Walmart was buying Bitcoin. So it's going to be a huge week. Personally, I'm going to continue to invest. If we see a dip where we see big inflation, I don't think it's going to be sustained. So if we see a dip in the market because of the inflation report, or if there's fear ahead of it, I will be buying more. Now, I'm not going to spend all my money. I haven't done that throughout this whole last 2 or 3 month period, but I have been buying the dip consistently. And I will continue to buy some of the names I really like. Depending on how much they fall, I might buy different ones. So it's going to be really interesting to see that. And if we see really good data, I might just hold off a little bit. I've been buying the dip really heavy for the last couple months, so I might just wait a week or two. Now, I say that, and then usually there's another dip. There's that 84-layer dip, so I buy more. But I wouldn't be sad if I waited a little bit and I just didn't get a good buying opportunity this week for some stocks because I've been buying so much so often. Now, let me know your thoughts on this down below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for checking out the links to Webull and BlockFi, giving yourself some free money there and helping me out by supporting the channel. Thank you for doing that. Let me know what you think about this week coming up. What are you looking out for? What are you watching the most? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.